Well, we're gonna have to find out. As you can see here, this is probably my favorite spot when it comes to these longer series, is when you've got that second row of heroes that are not available for both of these teams, where now we're gonna have to see what a lot of these hero pools are made of, and maybe this is where we start seeing some of those looser pickups.
I am a daughter of Northern Vale.
Yes, they may be able to turn it back around. Just the fact that all these heroes here are banned, so it's going to be harder for them to kind of keep this momentum up. So it's anyone's game at this point. Like Rico was saying earlier, but Black Sentence may be able to sweep this at this point. We've got Freya banned here, the Fanny and the Harith. They are making sure 9Z does not pick up any more marksmen. They're trying to see what marksman hero pool does our gold laner here have.
Yeah, with that Harith ban, we've talked about this before. Harith is a very strong gold laner. He's had a couple of adjustments too, just recently, when it comes to his kit and to the, I believe the Starlium Scythe is a little bit easier now as well. So a lot of people were kind of surprised he's kind of at this point. A lot of people were predicting that, oh, we could maybe bring back Harith Jungler with how the changes were going to take over. We're still at kind of that sweet spot. The changes just came out, so teams are still trying to get adjusted. But I think right now it's kind of been established. He's very strong in that gold lane right now. Some normal bans that we continue to see, the Freya, the Fanny, Zushin's taken off the board as well. Looking for that last ban on the side of 9Z Globant that will round out the banning session here.
Yes, it's looking like they there's a lot of people banned right now, but it looks like Terizla is still open for them to also pick on the side of Black Sentence. There are a few heroes out here that are still meta that they can really get a hold of right here. We're still trying to see the last ban they have here for the side of 9Z. I guess they don't want Black Sentence to be able to come back in anyway or get another. Oh, there we go. They banned out that Boxia, and now we got Papa Dog about to pick up his the first pick here.
Yeah, we're gonna see what Black Sentence. I mean, the pressure kind of starting to mount on them. They've got that first pickup on the red side. You're gonna be able to counter with 2 shots here. I'm very interested. Do we go with that mid lane priority that we've been seeing, or possibly with the carry pickup? I believe carry is still open for their side, and I want to say a lot of teams have been prioritizing that gold lane when all else basically fails. I want to say you still have the Marcel that can be picked up as well. Yeah, I think, yeah, is Marcel open for the team now?
Break all the rules.
They picked up that carry here. Marcel's not open for the side of 9Z though, but it was open for Black Sentence, but they didn't want to pick it up.
Yeah, and I talked about this before. I'm kind of at a point where, I mean, if you're not 1000% confident with Marcel, let it slide. Just go ahead and keep it off onto the. We're gonna go ahead and put it up on our little cabinet. We're gonna save that for later. We're gonna practice with that, but we don't need to treat him as a priority here. And a good thing too, like they let it go through the draft. They're not gonna prioritize it as well. Carry's gonna be the prio for them. 9Z Globant here looking for. We're looking for their reply to see what they're gonna go against this carry with.
Here we go. All right. Here we go. They picked up Harley and Valentina. Harley that would be great to kind of pick off the carry in the early game. So maybe they're trying to make sure they shut her down before she can gain that momentum to take out their heavy hitters, right? Their front liners. And then Valentina here, able to steal other people's ultimate. Hello, welcome back, Rico. Oh, I thought you froze again. He was
itching for a real fight.
Oh man.
No, guys, I'm back. I'm back for real now. It was good for me because now I'm taller than you guys. Oh, that's good. Oh, I can't see.
Like sit up
from here. I can't see from here. Jokes aside,
you did it on purpose. I'm just kidding.
jokes aside, guys. Analyzing now. Oh, Kalia for a black sentence. I don't think that was a good idea for 9Z Global allowing this pick. You know, but so far, okay. Still, we still have to see the rest of the composition because I'm not seeing the execution for this. Why this Kalia? You know, so far. Okay, they have carry, but I think that we are about to see a mage with a burst damage in the mid lane, for example, to compensate for bringing Kalia to that composition. Harley to the early game for 9Z Globant could be a very interesting. Oh, Valentina to copy here, especially Kalia's Tsunami. Interesting. Interesting. Really.
Yeah, you still have, I mean, you picked up Gatakacha, so that kind of takes the Khalid off of the board when it comes to having a roam on the side of 9Z Globant. But what the Gatakacha kind of tells me is that once we go for that Tsunami Slam, you'll be answering an Avatar of the Guardian coming down for Gatakacha. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Black Sentence can kind of play around that. Uranus, another pickup. I wonder if this Uranus was more used as I'm actually kind of curious as to the Uranus pickup there as well, just because maybe it's just a solid roam / EXP laner that doesn't have an ultimate that Valentina can really benefit off of.
Yeah, and that could be the case. He is a tanky boy. Harley can't really burst him down so quickly for the fact that he is tanky. They went ahead and banned out the Lancelot here. And the Bruno. They are making sure to take out any marksmen for the side of 9Z Globant. They're like, let's see what you got.
Yeah, and you're right, Zin, about like Harley and his needed for burst damage here in the early game to give advantage for our 9Z Globant. But I think that we can work very well with this Trinity, Gatochkaka, Harley, and Valentina, especially with Harley and Valentina to trying to cause this damage. You know, you have the ultimate from Harley, you have the second one from Valentina also causing much more damage. So that could be very interesting for 9Z Globant to fight anyone lost in the jungle, you know, from a Black Sentence. So that could be a very, very interesting. We have still the Avatar of Guardian here to Gatochkaka to get a backline to try and neutralize a carry for a temple. So that could be very interesting too. So now we're waiting for the fourth choice of 9Z Globant. Mid lane is already.
I see that they took off the Linux, so maybe going with something engagement. I believe glue is still an option. Ooh, they got an Arlo. We haven't seen Arlo in a while. I want to say I'm not sure if he's been as successful when he's been picked up.
Oh, Arlot. Okay. He's good with his CC here. They're still trying to pick up a mage on the side of Black Sentence here. And Kadita, okay. And Gwen, the Gwen.
Wow, Kadita.
One.
Gusta la Gusta. 1-1. No, wait. Gusta la Gusta playing 1-1. This is gold, my friends. This is almost NFT here that we are seeing now. Okay. We know that 1-1, that she received a buff in the last patch notes, you know, the last update. So that could be very interesting for Gusta la Gusta here, especially when you have, for example, the ultimate from Sky, the ultimate from Aurora with this Guinevere. So the ultimate from 1-1 that makes her invulnerable. That could be a very good a good chance for Gusta la Gusta to improve their playing style so far.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting for me too as well to see how well this goes. And I'm definitely curious to see how Black Sentence and 9Z Globant stack up against each other. I see how many Purifies I see on the side of 9Z Globant once we start. There is a lot of a CC potential coming from the side of Black Sentence. Even if you are going to come down with that Avatar of the Guardian, you still have, I want to say, the ultimate coming out from Sky, the ultimate coming out from Aurora to jump. There's a lot that you have to watch out for. So it's going to be very interesting as we move into game 4.
Yeah, it is so good to be here. It's so good to see all these things happening once again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn. This is the fourth game, Best of 5, 9Z Globant versus Black Sentence, the battle for survival on MCT AMER South. Let's go, my friend Private.
Yeah, you can see right now. I mean, both the teams kind of starting with a very specific start. I've decided Black Sentence already trying to invade, as well as 9Z Globant at the bottom. The only difference is Black Sentence right here to try to offset that big pop-up lands. And it looks like Lewison, I think he retreated that, so he was able to secure it at least.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the jump.
Yeah, we were talking about that already. The jump and the pop-up that caught them from Sky. So good synergy, good attention in the early game.
Erwin
might be in a little bit of trouble. Has the command question right there to get the kill.
Erwin, what were you doing there, my friend? You guaranteed the first kill, but now a Burrow Crazy could be in trouble. That could be via 2v1.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Aurora takes a lot of damage. Is going to have to back up. Alberto Crazy going in there from the side. Erwin comes in to help secure and adds a little bit of teamwork there as well. Gusta Lagusta taking some damage there. Takes a decent amount of damage. Joel Crew comes in. The rest of the side there. Alberto Crazy going to fend off Erwin.
Yeah, Gusta Lagusta still doesn't have the level 4 here to play more safe as we speak. But now 9Z Globant has the first kill and the first turtle hiding in the upper side of the river. Both teams are aware of that. Who's gonna take the first objective?
Yeah, right now 9Z Globant in a good position. Erwin on the side. He uses the jump to try to readjust. So this is going to be an easy pickup for 9Z Globant. And Luis, we're just going to call him that, is able to go ahead and claim that. 1-0 right now for 9Z Globant.
Yeah, now you see Papa Dog versus Chino. Oh, versus Papa Dog here, causing so much damage. It's a 1v1. Oh!
Yeah, Papa Dog actually, my people want to be very careful. Gets taken out by Chino. I was going to say, are the stacks coming up? He's going to be able to find that health, but no, does not come up fast enough. And that is going to be another kill for 9Z Globant.
Man, what a view one here. He was totally sold by Chino here, guaranteeing one more kill for 9Z Globant. We saw that coming. No, not that coming. So sorry. We saw something similar in the last few games to 9Z Globant. So Black Sentence has to do something right now to get back in this game.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough start for them. When it comes to the aggression that you were looking to try to have in this early game, the CC right now, I mean, still trying to see, can they line it up? Do they have the synergy once we start getting into some of these objective fights? 38 seconds left on this first turtle to see, or the second turtle to see if we can kind of claim that up. Papa Dog takes a deadly magic. It is able to get away.
Yeah, he still survives. He's still here on the top side here versus Chino. But now 9Z Globant is trying to using the macro in their favor so far, especially with Harley and Valentina played together. And now in the bottom lane here, a Burrow Crazy and Gusta versus Joel Crew. Yeah, just a Burrow Crazy protecting Gusta and guarantee that he can farm up.
Oh, they actually tried to go in on Gusta Lagusta. Down comes the AOV. We did see a little bit of a tiny crossbow attack coming out. Down goes Aurora. Luis able to find another kill onto Erwin as well, bringing it to a 4-0 lead for 9Z Globant.
That was we were talking about, that couldn't happen for Black Sentence. Letting Gusta Lagusta play with the 1-1 here that he feels so comfortable. He is one of his main heroes so far. But now once again, Chino versus Papa Dog. It's a very interesting 1v1 here.
Yeah, Papa Dog actually does have a lot of damage that he took earlier and did not have his stacks up properly. That's part of the problem with playing Uranus, is trying to juggle around those stacks continually, making sure that people are attacking you, to make sure that you're staying at the 20, have that max amount of healing, because when you don't, it's almost like a completely different type of tank that you're playing, where you're so squishy, no regen to be able to help you out through a lot of these fights. So it's going to be very interesting to see if this can kind of continue here. 4-0 right now. Just over a 1K gold lead for 9Z Globant as we start another fight into there. Irwin goes down, completely surrounded by 9Z Globant.
While we were saying, oh, the mid lane is still continues. Oh, cameraman, no, not getting the kill. No, Guinevere was able to survive, but now in the bottom lane here, Joey Crew is still survives. One thing that I was about to say, that Gusta was farming the minion waves in mid lane. Like, everybody was saying, like, okay, let him farm. Let him get in the items for a 1-1. That was also very, very interesting to see something like that. But 9Z Global continues focusing, continues causing the pressure now in the bottom lane to take down this turret.
Yeah, the one thing that I haven't seen from Black Sentence is a successful engagement that came out. We saw them hiding up here in the bush, but they completely missed El Burro Crazy and Gusta Lagusta with a jump. And that's going to be very unfortunate. You need to kind of be on the same page. Another jump that goes high and does not connect with anybody on 9Z Globant. And that is unfortunate. It might be a little bit of now they're going to go ahead by that elbow. They do have an IMU Tsunami Slam, which is going to clean the clock of Irwin. Sky doesn't find a kill onto Gusta Lagusta. The rest of Black Sentence in chase. 9Z Globant in trouble as the enemy starts pointing, looking for an engagement in their jungle. The rest of Black Sentence now starting to focus onto this turtle. Papa Dog taking a lot of damage on the back end. Aurora finds the turtle. The rest of Black Sentence looking to turn this around onto 9Z Globant. Papa Dog goes down due to a final slash. A big pop off and a Tsunami Slam lands onto Fashion as the rest of 9Z Globant disengage.
All right, okay, I was confused. The first Tsunami Slam was like, I have the impression there was in oops. The mid lane here, 2v2, Irwin can be trouble, but now he survives. The first Tsunami Slam, I think that there was in the wrong position, you know, the wrong sense, the wrong direction. I'm so sorry about that. But now he was in the right direction to the turret and in the mid lane. But 9Z Globant has nothing to do with it. But one funny thing that I saw in the last team fight, Aurora simply forgot, like, he simply decided to leave their teammates and get into the turtle. The rest of the teammates were fighting around the purple buff, and they said, you know what, forget it, I'm going to secure the turtle, so let the rest of the teammates, but it's still, they were able to survive. But 9Z Globant, 7 kills versus 1.
Oh, Papa Dog takes a huge amount of damage, and down he goes. A beautiful tsunami, or it was actually a final slash into an IMU Tsunami Slam, and then came out the deadly magic from Luis. So a great combination coming out from 9Z Globant, bringing them to a 1-8 lead. Still, like I said, gold still very close, but just the engagements coming out from 9Z Globant are showing a synergy that is beyond a Black Sentence right now, who have not been able to find that same magic, that same understanding, that same teamwork that they had in the last game. Oh, a nice pop-up that lands onto a Burrow Crazy, followed by a Violet Requiem. Is it going to be enough? A Burrow Crazy finally goes down. Irwin able to bring him down. Luis comes in, finds the damage onto Aurora. Next is Irwin, who goes down. That's 3 down. Globant looking for another kill. Papa Dog goes down. 4 down for the side of Black Sentence, while Sky alone to tell the story, alone to try to protect that mid-tier 2 tower.
Yeah, and then I have to say to you, oh, here comes Fashin with, oh, Sky here is able to survive. You know the difference now with Fashin playing the last game with Ivy and now with Valentina, but he was surprised.
Oh, yeah,
so
Fishin was
clever.
able to get away. Had that IMU ultimate from the Kadita, able to find themselves and escape. Ooh, Luis, Pop Dog coming in. Ooh, might take a deadly magic. Couple of cards flowing in his direction. He does have a little bit of that healing kind of coming up from the stacks. And Aurora disengages up at the top.
Yeah, but now on the topper side here, 9Z Globant trying to respond some kind of attempt for Black Sentence to take down maybe the second turret in the top side, but now they're heading back. But now the fact is, 9Z Globant secured the Lord, you know, like with Gusta Lagusta playing very well with 1-1. And now the Lord is heading in the mid lane that can cause more pressure. Ice dominance in Chino's hands. Now, here comes the boom from 9Z Globant.
Yeah, you have the Lord kind of closing the distance. You talked about Gusta Lagusta. Has 8 assists. So it doesn't really look like it. Avatar the Guardian comes out, lands on the 2 members. We do have a Tsunami Slam underneath the tower, but that is not going to protect the tier 2. 9Z Globant take it down very quickly. Sky in trouble, gets taken down by Gusta Lagusta as the rest of 9Z Globant with pressure on to the rest of the high ground towers. Now looking to put some pressure on the mid. The rest of Black Sentence is right here to try to stop this offense from coming. A big pop-up lands onto a Burrow Crazy, and now another pop-up onto the rest of the team. Irwin has to disengage. A nice Virulent Requiem coming out from Aurora, but Veshin comes in with the final damage to find a kill.
Tsunami Slam once again with Chino. He was able to survive, but Sky comes from the chase. Oh, he buys more time. Unstoppable. Here comes 9Z Globant once again, my friend Private.
Yeah, Albero Crazy comes in. Luis finds himself a tower. Irwin is down. Papa Dog taking a big crossbow of Tang there as well. He is down. It's just Joel Crew alone to fight. He's out of there. He's taking a cloud. He's going home. He's going to try to fight this off. But ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the series, 9Z Globant with a dominant 2-17 victory.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, after just a little bit chalking in the third game, 9Z Globant guarantee their stronger side and still survive in the competition, Zena.
9Z Globant was doing an amazing job, still showing their dominance here, right? They're like, you know what? We gave you that game. We're going to show you what it is about this time around. Even if you're banning out our 1-1, we're still going to show you what's up. 9Z, even if they banned out all the gold lane, Juan was like, besides, that's my main 1-1. I got this. Don't worry. So they found their footing towards the end, and that's how it went. They ended up taking it all and dominating. A dominating force.
Oh, man, a great game here for 9Z. Immediately right from the early game, able to really enforce their will here. And you could see there from the stats, around 83, 73% team fight participation for all members. That just shows the synergy that this team was under, too. Chino on the Arla, 2-0-12. A great game for him. Feshin at 7-0-8. Even Albero Crazy, a 0-1-14 game for him as well. Gusta Lagusta, while it didn't seem like Gusta Lagusta, you didn't see his name like up in the rafters flashing with a lot of those kills, but 12 assists on something like a 1-1 is pretty incredible with the fact that how close it has to get and to be able to lay down some of that suppressive fire. Indeed, it seems like this is a comfortable pick for him because he was able to do amazingly on it.
Yeah, checking out the stats here, we can say that, okay, Gusta Lagusta didn't have so many kills, you know, but when it comes to a 1-1, some people say that Gusta Lagusta doesn't play 1-1. It's 1-1 playing Gusta Lagusta, right? Because it's one of the strongest hero of these gold laner. You know, it's something like, I'm not stuck with you guys. You are stuck with me here. So Gusta Lagusta showed me a high performance here with a 1-1, guaranteeing the victory for 9Z Globant. But not only Gusta Lagusta, we've seen Feshin that we used to say that he likes to play aggressive aggressive. The last game he was playing with Evie, and he was like, okay, he was not so confident to play forward, and he was not able to do so many things. But now playing with Valentina, with the dash, with the damage that he was able to cause, he was more confident to guarantee another victory for 9Z Globant. But now 3-1 here in this best of 5. Chino playing perfectly with Arlott, knocking out the players all the time we need, and a Burrow Crazy with a Gato Touch. So everything was very good for 9Z Globant so far.
Yes, and standing above the rest, this player turned the game into their team's favor. It was Fashion, the Valentina here, 708 KDA, 55.3k total damage, 678 golds per minute. Did an amazing job taking Kalea's ultimate and using it in their team's favor.
Yeah, I was almost about to say too, like the score doesn't even tell the story of how well he was able to use that tsunami slam to really catch them off guard. And once you had them back on to your team and you had Avatar the Guardian come down, there was enough damage for them to absolutely get mollywopped here. As we take a look at some of these, the CC. See, here's where I thought they kind of had a little bit of a problem for the side of Black Ascendants. They're going to keep on, they kept on with the pushing, did a great job through it. Even here with that the Winter Crown and the Violet Requiem, they still got bursted down, and a great job on Fashion with this Valentina.
Yeah, and maybe, not maybe, but probably want to let, like, the dashes ability from Valentina here was able to evade the jumps from Guinevere